The Baltimore Ravens face off against the Cleveland Browns in a pivotal Week 11 AFC North showdown. We react to every single play coming up here live on the Locked On Ravens. Watch along.
You are Locked On Ravens, your daily Baltimore Ravens podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Ravens. Welcome in to the show. I'm your host, Kevin Oestreicher. Ravens Wire here with you on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And now the #1 sports podcast network. Thanks for being here, making Locked On Ravens a part of your day. We're here on the Locked On Ravens watch along as the Ravens and Browns are set to kick off, and we will react to every single play live. You can hit the like and subscribe button in video form, follow along in audio form for 5 days a week, plus more of daily Ravens coverage and content. Ravens are going to kick off this ball and get the ball in the second half to start. This kickoff from Loop goes at the 10-yard line. Return here from Cleveland. Kind of runs into his own man there. Looked like he had room, Dylan Sampson, but just couldn't find the hole. So here we go. Dillon Gabriel going to start things off here for the Browns. That's going to be the name of the game here for Baltimore is, just don't let him beat you. Don't let Dillon Gabriel beat you. So Ravens have had a success historically against rookie second-year players, signal callers. I would expect today to be no different, but of course anything can happen. All right, 1st and 10, Gabriel, quick out to Malaki Corley, who's going to get nothing to. You can't really run screens against the Ravens. It doesn't really work. That's not the route you should be going here if you're Cleveland. But they're going to have to try something because I don't believe they're going to be able to run the ball effectively. And, Harold Fannin, David Njoku, those are your tight end guys that this offense runs through for Cleveland. But this is the worst passing offense in the NFL. So 2nd and 10, Gabriel looks, going to fire out to Judy, who's going to be about a yard or two short. Going to be a short 3rd down situation. Now, obviously, you would assume that Cleveland would run the ball here. I don't think that's a good idea. I think that's kind of telegraphed. I would probably try play action here from Cleveland. We will see. 3rd, and it's about the full yard. It doesn't seem like it's, a short yard or anything. So Ravens are showing heavy at the line. So are the Browns. Going to be a handoff to Jug. Yep. Right. Judkins does not get the 1st down. You telegraphed that play. I didn't like that play call, but I like it for the Ravens because it means, unless Stefanski goes for this, which I do not think he will, it's going to be 3 and out. They're keeping the offense up. This is a crazy aggressive. I mean, look, the Browns know they can't punt the ball away and kick field goals and beat this Ravens team. But this is a crazy aggressive play this early in the game. They actually went for it. And they got it. Wow. There is a flag, though. There might be a formation penalty. It might be a formation penalty. Yep, illegal formation, and now they're going to have to punt the ball away. And Stefanski's upset. Ravens getting lucky with flags again. This is the penalty. Powers that be. Helping the Ravens out after all those years of making the Ravens suffer. So now it's going to be a punt. Yeah, look, I mean, that's what it is, right? The Browns know that they can't. Wes is going to field this ball, get up the field a little bit, and get tackled down around the 21 yard line. I mean, that's what it looks like. They're going to be ultra aggressive. Whew. HTH, thank you. This might be the shortest. So a lot of my hair comes with volume, and this might be the shortest volume wise it's been. I don't think it's been this short in a while, but the cool thing about hair is it grows back. So my hair gets out of control pretty quickly. I needed to make sure it didn't get that way again. So appreciate that. And appreciate everybody for being here. We're Locked On Ravens. We're 5 days a week plus more of daily Ravens coverage. We have watch-alongs during the games. We're going to have an instant reaction show after the game, probably about 15 to 30 minutes max. 30 is the very long end of that. After the game, we'll be back with the instant reaction show. Then we're going to have the Locked On Ravens squad show with myself, Sam Njoku, and former Ravens receiver Kadri Ismail. But we have daily Ravens coverage for you each and every single day in some way, shape, or form. Tomorrow actually is going to be episode 1,641 consecutively for me, dating back to 2019. So whether you're an everyday or a first-time listener, somewhere in the middle, thank you for all of your support. All right, this is going to be the big test is the Ravens offense versus the Browns defense. I'm not as concerned about the Ravens defense going up against Dylan Gabriel. I expect that matchup to be won by Baltimore's defense, but we know the Browns defense is really good. They're the second best rushing defense in the league. They're still a top 10 pass defense in the league. They're really good on conversion rates, third down, fourth down, red zone defense, all really, really good there. So this is going to be a test. And honestly, one of the tougher defenses Baltimore will play for the remainder of the season. The Patriots defense is really good. Steelers defense hasn't really been that good this year, for being honest. Probably Browns and Patriots are the two defenses that the Ravens have remaining that are the toughest on their schedule. So, yeah, it's huge. Gerald Stillon's commercial all for it. I just got back again. I know that I'm ahead of some people. I know I'm behind some people. So, during the actual drives, I just look at the screen, don't look at it, because I want these to be live reactions, right? I don't want anything to be spoiled. You can get my pure raw reaction to it, but yeah, it's Lamar in the huddle right now for me. They're showing us 56 pass touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I mean, he's absolutely incredible. So, all right, here we go on first down. Ravens will start at their 21-yard line. Derrick Henry flanks Lamar Jackson. Going to be a designed run for Lamar, who's going to try to get to the outside. He will not, and he will be tackled by, is that Schlesinger? Yeah, Carson Schlesinger, who's had the Browns rookie class has been really good for them, and I think that they have actually finally drafted well for the first time in a little bit here. With Schlesinger, Mason Graham, even though the sack numbers aren't there, he's been a disruptor. Judkins, I think, will be really good. So they might have found, and they've been playing without Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah for the entirety of this season. So he's had to step up. So 2nd and 11 for the Ravens. Lost probably half a yard on there. Mark Andrews, 4 receptions away. Oh, Lamar sails it over the head of DeAndre Hopkins. All right, going to be 3rd and 11. This is what I'm talking about. This defense is good, but again, it's so funny because I trust the Ravens more on 3rd and 11 than I would on 3rd and 1. I am still a little sick, so I'm laughing and coughing at the same time. So I apologize. I might have to maybe a couple cough breaks here or there because I'm still feeling it. Been sick for a couple weeks now, but I'm almost on the way out. So, all right, 3rd and 11. Lamar, snap, looking, going to flip it over to Rasheen Ali. He's going to break a tackle and get the first down. Wow. What a play there. That's crazy. That looked like it was going nowhere. I don't know who missed that. Denzel Ward misses the tackle and gives the Ravens a new set of downs. All right, here's the pitch to Keaton Mitchell. 2 guys run into one another, and Keaton is going to pick up a first down. Browns defenders is running into one another, missing tackles. Ravens got to take advantage of the slot. Oh, they're saying second down. I thought he got a first down. Was that Rosengard might have or whoever that was might have thrown the defender into the guy who was setting the edge. So Ravens ripping off some chunk yards here. Yep, it's a first down. There we go. That's what I thought. That is what I thought. All right, 1st and 10. I'm telling you, the Ravens have some dudes at running back, and it's not just Derrick Henry. Henry doesn't have a carry yet. Henry is in the backfield on this play, though. Oh, they're running a little wheel out of the backfield, and there it is. Mark Andrews is your newest Ravens all-time receiving yards leader. An unreal. Look, congrats to Mark. An unreal accomplishment. There it is. So the Ravens driving. 1st and 10 here. Here's a handoff to Derrick Henry, who's going to have a little hole up the middle. I like what I'm seeing from the offensive line early here of opening up some holes. Guys are getting to the outside. Really cool moment for Mark. And we know that Mark likes playing Cleveland too, by the way. Second and 4. Here's another run to Henry. Henry getting up the middle. These are wide open rushing lanes. This Browns defense is struggling. And this is what I want to see them win. Heavy on heavy battles and, win up front. All right, 1st and 10. Lamar looking to the outside. He's looking in. He's going to fire. Oh, nope. Oh, and then just checks it down to Henry, who's going to pick up another first down. Lamar was looking to fire it across his body almost deep. Couldn't find it, and then just checked it down to Derrick Henry. Take the short stuff. This is a very methodical drive there. Browns just keep missing tackles. And look, I wouldn't want to tackle Derrick Henry either, but I'll tell you. Lamar is unbelievable. So now Keaton in the backfield. Pitch to Keaton Mitchell, who is going to... Oh, he somehow escaped and picked up maybe one. Thought it was going to be tackled for a loss. They're showing Todd Monken in the booth. 2nd and 9. See, I like that we're getting like Mitchell snaps, like not just one and he's done. Like we're getting Keaton Mitchell drives here. Well, maybe not a drive, but more consecutive Mitchell plays. Mitchell going to motion out, going to run to the outside. Lamar's going to look. He's going to fire it. Oh, likely was trying to one-hand it. And the ball came out as he was going to the ground. It's going to be another 3rd and 9. 3rd and long. I trust the Ravens in this situation. Yeah, he likely did snag it and secure it, but the ground forced the ball out. So Yeah. That's tough. All right, 3rd and 9 now. Lamar scrambling. He's gonna, barely not get there. Good block by DeAndre Hopkins, by the way. Sealed off Tyson Campbell really effectively. Just kind of new. Yeah, look at that block by DeAndre Hopkins. That's a veteran knowing what to do right there. So now Baltimore going to be in a 1st and goal from the 4. Henry going to take the handoff. He will be stopped after a gain of 1 or 2. So look, it gets harder to score when you get down into this area. It shortens the entire field up. You know, we've talked about that. All right, here's Lamar looking. Andrews. Oh, that ball was tipped. It probably would have been pass interference if the ball wasn't tipped. At least I thought it was. Did I not see it right? Let's see. You can't really tell from this angle. Andrews wants a face mask, I think. No, it was not tipped. They're not showing good. They're not showing the full play. I can't really see it. Andrews is mad on the sideline. Mad. All right, well, 3rd and goal here. Lamar going to run to the outside. He's looking. Oh, he's going to get dropped. All right, well, there's Myles Garrett. You knew it was coming. Tough 4th down. Or tough 3 downs there. Just, again, you get 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. You can't punch it in. Just can't have that. Cannot have that. All right, well, Luke puts it through. Ravens are on the board at least. On the board at least. Yeah, it's going to be Myles Garrett. And look, he's not going to be done either. I'll tell you that. So, yeah, I agree, prime time. And that's been the thing. Like, that's the play they primarily run during those 2-point conversions, which just, it does take away half the field. So, I trust the Ravens more on a 3rd and 14. I just to pick up 14 yards more than I trust them to pick up 4. It's just that it's that kind of year for him. And like the stat, they showed it last week, I think at the beginning of the game. I mean, the stats back it up. Where like when the field is shortened, it becomes tougher. But when you have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, you shouldn't be in that spot in the first place where you have to almost like struggle. And like you run it on 1st down with Derrick Henry. I'm fine with that play. You know, I'm okay with that. And then 2 passes. I want to see the traditional run pass, like Henry pass or Henry Mitchell pass. That's what I want to see because, you know, You have to do it without telegraphing it, by the way. Like, there is an art to it. You can't just say, all right, we're going to line up our heavy guys and run, and that's what it's going to be. You would hope that they could win in those situations, but that just hasn't been their season. So, you get points, but you need to get some touchdowns. We got, look at Steve coming up. Perfect timing after Tyler's field goal. So again, that's what I'm saying, right? We got points on the board here for the Ravens, but hopefully Tyler's kicking some more extra points today, Steve. But if he's called upon for the field goals, we know he's going to be in there. So 3-0 Baltimore. Again, you just have to keep getting the ball back. And I think that look, I'm not worried. Like, I'm not. There are avenues Cleveland can win this game, but that avenue starts with Cleveland's offense kind of torching this Ravens defense. And I don't think Cleveland has the skill position players to do it. So we will see. Loop's going to kick this ball away. This ball, solid kickoff, can be fielded right around the 3-4 yard line. Here's the return. All right. Not terrible. Out past the 30. That's where Dillon Gabriel will take over. I am curious about how often the Browns try to get their run game going before abandoning it. Here's a first down run. Well, I guess that will help if you can pick up 12 yards on first down. They'll run it a lot more if that's the case. So, and Gerald, I didn't see I'll have to go back and look at it. I didn't see the Andrews play well enough. I thought I saw some grab of some sort, but I thought the ball was tipped. So, I don't know. We're going to see. All right, 1st and 10. Judkins again. Oh, can you? All right, they're not going to actually tackle him on this play. They had him. John Jenkins got great initial push in the backfield, and I think Draymond Jones was there, and then they just didn't bring him down. They just didn't tackle him. The Ravens have been at point. All right, here. So, yeah, Jenkins gets the initial push. Teddy Buchanan misses. Jones takes a bad angle. Gilman takes a bad angle, and then, Gilman can just, or I guess Starks kind of has to be there to bring him down. So 2nd and 3 now. Hamilton looking like he's going to come off the edge here. Showing blitz. Another run play to Judkins, who's going to pick up the first down and more. All right, well, I guess I answered my question about how often they're going to try to get the ground game going. The ground game's going already. As Judkins takes his helmet off and is mad about something. I don't know what's going on there. He kind of like waved off Shelby Harris. 1st and 10. Looks like the Browns might pass it here. Dylan Sampson in the backfield. Who's actually like their 4th leading receiver. Yep, going to be a pass. Gabriel going to go on the roll. He's going to look and fire. Nope, incomplete. Gabriel's just not there yet as a quarterback, and that's why I think Baltimore's ultimately going to win, regardless of how ugly it looks. Gabriel's just not there yet. And I'm not sure he ever will be. But those are the throws. Like, he had Sampson wide open for probably a gain of 4 or 5 and just sailed it on him. And those are the plays you take. Like, force him to roll out and make a throw on the run. Even though that was the play design, was still. All right, 2nd and 10. Browns are going to run this ball. Sampson going to get to the outside, and he's going to pick up a first down a lot more. Green couldn't get him, and then there was a bad angle. This ground game is torching Baltimore right now. All right, let's see here. So Green cuts up inside, and then Starks misses a tackle. So Sampson was already running out. Green cut up inside. Didn't really give himself a chance there, and then Starks just can't bring him down. So, not great. Not great. All right. 1st and 10. Here's Judkins, who's going to fall forward for gain of 2 or 3 there. Browns are running some clock too, and I think they understand and they know that the best way to stop this Ravens offense is not let Lamar Jackson on the field. Take up the clock. And it's smart. Ravens defense has to not break here. It's 2nd and 7. This is a big 2nd down. Gabriel changing things at the line in shotgun. Takes the snap. Judkins again. All right, that's a better play. Going to be stopped after a gain of probably 1 there. Gilman coming up, other guys involved. So good stand there. Good stand there. Got to stop him on this 3rd down, though. They're showing the the better defensive stats that Baltimore's put up from week 6 through 10. It's the Rams game. All right, here's 3rd down. I'd try to confuse Gabriel on this play. Ravens rush 4. Gabriel looking, going to fire it over the. Those are the weirdest plays in football to me. You're 3rd and 7, and you run a 2-yard route and throw it to the guy. I'll take it, like whatever, but it's a really weird play there. Really dumb play. Stefanski is probably going to get fired after this season. So so both teams have been stuffed in the red zone. Here's a 4th and 4. The kick is up and the kick is good from Cleveland as the 1st quarter expires and it's a 3-3 ball game. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, Ravens sometimes start slow like this. I mean, look, they started slow last time against Cleveland too, and then they blew the doors off them in the 2nd half. I'm just kind of hoping that we get that again. So they got to stop the run, though, because Cleveland wants to run the ball. They want to chew clock, and they want to keep Lamar off the field. So you need to be able to stop them. It's what you have to do. So appreciate everybody for being here, making Locked On Ravens a part of your day and your first listen of the day. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button in video form. Follow along in audio form. We have 5 days a week plus more of daily Ravens coverage and content. Again, we do the watch alongs every single week, but we also are going to have the instant reaction show right after the game, as well as the Locked On Ravens squad show right after that. So be sure you stay tuned for all that we have in store with everything there. And yeah, appreciate everybody. The best way to stop Lamar Jackson and the Ravens offense is not let him on the field. That's, the Browns are doing that effectively, early at least, right? So that's the best way to do it. And that's what Cleveland is doing so far. Need a long drive. Well, I don't even care about the long, used to be kind of the Greg Roman thing, right? We're 10 minute, 11 minute, 12 minute. The Ravens are a very efficient offense now to the point where they can score a touchdown in 3 minutes if they want to. So, just score points, score a touchdown. No field goals. Have Tyler kick some extra points. That's the fun thing we can do here. So, and Laura, appreciate squad show is great. Q was awesome. Sam is awesome. Q goes on one of his. We love Q's rants over here on Locked On Ravens. We have him on during the week as well, and Q was always good for an epic rant about something. So, wow, that's a crazy look at the stadium's like the Browns are orange colored, but like the sunset right now, like the stadium is orange where the sun is shining. That is crazy. Wow. All right. Wester going to field this one about the 3-yard line. Wester with a nice little move. He's going to, cut it up a little. Oh, a little shifty. All right. Wester thought if he had stayed on his feet, he might have had a touchdown there. He got a little shifty there. Got it out past the 35, right at the 35, I think. So, little shiftiness from LeJontay Wester there. You love to see that. So, yeah, look, they're showing the Baltimore just one drive in that first quarter. So, that's how you got to stop it. That's how you got to stop it. All right, 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Brown's showing pressure. Andrews going to get this ball. He did a little, that was the slowest juke move I've ever seen, but he's going to get the first down out of it. Mark trying to get a little shifty like Zay on that one. And I mean, he did it successfully. You could see him, you could see him like break it down and then juke and then start the acceleration process again. It was effective though. He got the first down. So Ravens 1st and 10 here. Oh, that was really funny. All right. First and 10 from the Browns 46, or from the Ravens 46, excuse me. Here's a toss play to Keaton Mitchell, who's going to pick up a couple of yards, 1 or 2 there on 2nd down, or on 1st down to make it 2nd down. I think the Ravens should try to utilize play action a little more here. I think they got the run going enough on that first drive of the game where I think it can be even more effective now. We talked about that on this morning. We have game day episodes every morning if you don't know that, and talked about that this morning on the game day episode. Or just use play action effectively. Like, I think that's going to be really key. All right. Here's a handoff to Henry, who's going to get another 2 or 3-ish yards to make it a 3rd and manageable. Just kind of took it straight up the middle there. This play will be run right around midfield. Third and 6. Ravens have been better at converting 3rd downs. Hopefully this is another one. Brown showing some pressure here. They will not send it. Lamar going to be looking out. He's going to fire over. Oh, that was weird. That looked like it was going to Likely. But then it kind of like went to Hopkins. So the Ravens are not going to convert here. And they're going to punt this ball back to Cleveland. Let's see what happened here. So Hopkins is, it was going to Hopkins. Hopkins was open, just a little behind him and a little low. You see Falele on the ground there too. I don't know what I didn't watch Falele on that play, but so here's Stout, who's been an unsung hero for them this year. That one, Tez almost got there. It'll be a touchback out to the 20. I thought Tez could have jumped and did the throw it over but I guess not. It's tough. Karen, what's up, man? Appreciate you. Glad you got here. Yeah, and Laura, we have the Raven is over. Yeah, the Raven's over my right shoulder. We got the Raven guy here. We got the penguin, the antique penguin guy. We have this thing has been in my background since like I started pretty much. So you got to do that. And then we have the Maryland crab over there in the background. So we're going to I've been trying to find the right lights for the like purple backlighting here and stuff to put on the wall here. But I need to find like the perfect thing to put there. So I haven't found it yet. But we're going to get there. And so yeah. And yeah, I agree, Dynamo. They can't be given the Browns the ball back this quickly. Again, especially if the Browns are going to run the clock and not let the Ravens offense out on the field. That's going to be that's not a success story there. So the Browns got a lot of their drive going last time because of the ground game. A lot of really good runs on first down. Second and manageables. Baltimore has to tackle better. Yeah, let's actually check the stats. I don't have them pulled up right now. Let me pull them up quickly. Where are we? Here we are. All right. Browns right now are averaging 7.7 yards per carry. Yeah, I see people talking about it. 7.7 on the ground. Judkins is averaging 5.8 on 6 carries. But again, the Browns just have 10 yards passing. Cleveland knows they're not going to be able to throw the ball effectively. They're the worst pass offense in the league again. So if you can eliminate the ground game, and I would honestly sell out a little more than usual to stop it, because I don't have a lot of trust in Dylan Gabriel to orchestrate touchdown drives over and over and over again against this Ravens defense. So I would sell out and stop the run a little more. I would. We are going to have to see. All right. 1st and 10. Gabriel looking, going to fire. Cedric Tillman wide open. Good throw by Gabriel. I'll give him credit there. Good throw by Gabriel. Tillman just coming over across the middle. Or to the left side. All right, so new set of downs for Cleveland already. Up at the Browns 40-yard line, 40.5-yard line. Here's a run to Judkins. The Ravens blew that play up immediately. Was that Gilman in there or was that Hamilton? That was Hamilton. Woo! Hamilton, that was going nowhere with him. Hamilton's so good. All right, 2nd and 11. This is where you want the Browns to be. Oh, there's Van Noy with the sack. Let's go. He absolutely was that. I don't even know who that offensive lineman was, but he got beat immediately. Was that Conklin? He beat Jack Conklin immediately. Just straight there. Yeah, just beat him inside. Conklin doesn't have the mobility anymore. Is that Cam Robinson? Brown's tackle down. Hopefully he's all right. Oh man. They do need a turnover for sure. Now, I think this drive, I'm all right with them just punting the ball back. Turnover would be great, but they're in a 3rd and forever situation, and I'd assume they're just going to try to get some of these yards back. So we shall see. These commercial breaks also feel a lot longer this year. I don't know if it's just me. And yeah, Laura, I mean, the Ravens haven't had a lot of sacks. Van Noy, is he actually is he their leader in sacks now? Cam Robinson, the Browns tackle, was hurt. Let's check quickly. Sacks. Van Noy. No. So now he is tied for the lead with Tavius Robinson and Nnamdi Madubuike in sacks. So. Yeah, Vontae, I've been noticing that. I've been noticing like these commercials are super long. But even like during injury timeouts too, like this, it just feels like, we get like a bajillion commercials before we get back to the game. Just kind of sitting here vibing out, I guess, is what we have to do. So all right, well, here's 3rd and 18. Going to be a little screen play. That was kind of a hip drop tackle, but it's okay, I guess, because the NFL doesn't call it anyway. 4th down. Ravens get off the field. You can see, like, this is... So he's behind him, essentially, and that is the definition of a hip drop. Now, he doesn't get... Luckily, his ankle doesn't get caught under there, but that, by definition, should have been a flag. But the NFL doesn't call it, so it is what it is. All right, well, here's the punt from Cleveland. This ball going to be fielded. A fair caught by Wester, who fumbled the ball. Oh, my. Oh. You can't do that. You can't do that. Just let it bounce. Just let it bounce. Are you kidding? Huge momentum play. You don't have to try to make a play, especially when you fair catch the ball. Just let the ball bounce. So now Cleveland's going to have to try to score on a short field. They have great field position. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on? Did they have too many men? Okay. Got a little ref show going on right here. All right. Well, here we go again. 6-yard line for the Browns. I assume this will be a run on 1st down. It is. Here's Judkins, who's going to take the ball down to about the 3. I assume they're going to try to run it again here, and then if they don't get... They might run it all 3 times, if I'm being honest. Now, the good news is the Ravens do get the ball back to start the second half if things do get crazy. So, yeah, Browns going more heavy personnel here with Cedric Tillman. Yep, swallowed up. You can't run the ball consecutively against this Ravens defense in the short part of the field. Just doesn't work. Brent Urban with a heck of a stop there. That's the guy who's in for Cam Robinson, who just doesn't even no leverage whatsoever. So now it's a 3rd and they essentially lost the yards they gained. So back at the 6-yard line, Ravens showing some pressure here off the right side. They don't send it. Guys dropping back. Gabriel going to scramble. Look, fire. Oh, incomplete. Nice play by Keon Martin there. So the Ravens are going to escape here with just a field goal attempt. So 2 red zone trips for Cleveland, 2 field goals. Huge. Oh, man. Well, hey, hit that like and subscribe button, video form, audio form. We're going to have a heck of a reaction, whether it's after a win or after a loss. We still don't really know yet, but we're going to have that content for you. We'll have the instant reaction after the watch along, then the squad show after the instant reaction. Then, of course, our regular Monday show will come out at 6 a.m. Eastern time. Still have no idea why this game is at 4:25. I thought this was like prime 1 p.m. football. I didn't think, we needed to we didn't really need to have this game at 4:25, but it is what it is, I guess. So, all right. That's all right. Yeah, protect you. Don't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over. Gave the Browns a free 3 points. Could have been 7, so luckily it was not, but man, this has been a sloppy game. I was expecting it to be a sloppy game, not this sloppy, but man, this needs to be a wake-up call for them. And they have these games all the time, and it's not like it's so annoying they have them. Every team does, but I mean, look what happened to the Bills last week against the Dolphins. So just past 9 minutes gone just past 3 minutes gone in the second quarter. Or my math is off. Wow, just past 6 minutes gone in the second quarter. There we go. I'm doing basketball quarters. That's why I'm doing this and not doing something with math. Because, I'm not very good at it. So LeJounte is not back there. It's Keaton and Ali. Keaton going to field this one right about the 3-4 yard line. Keaton going to cut this one up and get tackled right around the 28-29 yard line. All right, Ravens need to get some momentum back. They're a huge momentum team. And If they can't get the job done here, get some momentum, might be rough. Okay, 1st and 10. Lamar play action. Looking. Garrett just breaks free and slams Lamar down. Nothing open. O-line can only block for so long. Rosengarten gets beat, and that's a recipe for disaster. Just that was disgusting. That was disgusting. So here's 2nd and 19. They're going to run a screenplay, and that ball's intercepted. And they're going to run this ball in for a touchdown. Oh, this is awful. This is a disaster. The ball bounced off of Keaton's hands. Are you joking? Into the arms of Devin Bush. Just straight up into the arms of Devin Bush. No one can tackle him. Are you kidding? Are you actually kidding? The Browns now up 13-3. It's a 2-possession game. Are you joking? You can't turn the ball over. You can't do it. That's on Keaton Mitchell. That's on, I love Keaton, but that's on Keaton Mitchell. You get a sack on 1st down. You got to try to pick up some yards back. I mean, it just. That's crazy. I can't. This team is a momentum-based team. They lose all momentum and they can't do anything for like a quarter or two. They get it and they stomp you. Wow. Yeah, Randall saying it's 10 points off turnovers. Just unreal. I can't. And look, you have to trot the offense back out there. Game's not over, but this is not the start you wanted. This is not the start you wanted. That's a good question, Rap. When was the last time there was a pick six? I don't know when the last time the Ravens had a pick six was. All right, well, here's Keaton going to field this one from the 3-4 yard line again. Going to bounce it outside. He was going to, I thought he had a little more room, but ducks out of bounds. And then, yeah, just no one can tackle him. Well, that's a nice first down run from Derrick Henry at least. Gets 8 or 9. So 2nd and 1. Here's another handoff to Henry, who they can't stop the ground game. I just continue to ground and pound here. No reason to go away from it. Still have an opportunity to score 2 touchdowns, one here and then one at the start of the second half, you'd hope. All right, here's play action. Lamar going to fire this one wide open. Is Zay Flowers, who's going to run, and he'll be tackled. All right, well, here's another short yardage situation. The Browns sold out to stop the run there, and they left Zay wide open. Wide open. There's no one within like 10 yards of him. That's a guy he probably got to cover. So here's 1st and goal from the 3. Henry going to get stuck again. Like you want to run the ball there. You can't telegraph it's a run though. So Garrett's is blowing up that play again. Sets him back. Wild snap from Linderbaum. And Garrett just... Man, I want Myles Garrett to be a Raven so bad. All right, well, now I think you just got to throw it twice. You're at the 6. They're going to run it with Keaton, who's going to cut up field and get the yards back. So going to be 3rd and goal. All right, 3rd and goal. The Ravens look like they're going to try to go a little quick from the 3. They got Zay one-on-one. I might try to look there. That looked like... Yeah, someone just went across early, it looked like. It should be a defensive penalty here, right? Yep. Very good. So getting about 1.5 yards back. I think you can just, I think this is 4 down territory. Got Hopkins one-on-one against Tyson Campbell. Heavy show here from the Ravens with Zay as well. Run that ball with Henry. He's in. That's a touchdown. All right. Whew. I think the Ravens will be okay. I think the Ravens will win this game. Hasn't been great, though. Kind of like funny, like in the air almost on that play. So he's good. He's in there. He's in there. So now you have an opportunity to maybe triple dip here. You get the touchdown and then that is perfect from Tyler Loop. So if they can get a quick little 3 and out here, hopefully they can get the ball back and score and then get the ball back to start the third quarter and score again. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yeah, this is kind of where I'm at, Karen. This is where I am. At the end of the day, it's a division game. It's going to be sloppy, but the Ravens are the superior team. They'll turn it around. I think so. It's not a guarantee they'll win this game. Obviously, they got to fight back here, but I still feel all right. I still feel okay, even though it hasn't looked great. It hasn't looked great. Oh, we got living legend. What's up, man? Appreciate you checking in, Brooks. Appreciate you, man. What's going on? The Ravens always have to, feels like every year they have to have that like stinker game against Cleveland. Hopefully this is the one they win though. Because they had, remember that Deshaun Watson had that game where he came out in the second half and went like perfect on like the broken shoulder. And that was actually like the last game Deshaun played outside of the game where he tore his Achilles or ACL. And then last year with Jameis Winston, it feels like they always have a weird Cleveland game. I don't know why. I mean, it's because of the defense, but the Browns are not in a place offensively, to me, where can they keep up with the Ravens offense that hopefully finally found some momentum? That's the question. And I agree. Yep, Kieran, I agree. That's what I've been saying. 100%. If we stop the run, Gabriel cannot carry this team with his arm. Stop Judkins. Stop the big plays on first down. Gabriel is too ineffective and too sloppy as a quarterback right now, in my opinion, to lead the Browns to a win. So that's the game plan. That is the game plan. I know Brooks is probably on that Gary Williams. God, I'm not entertaining. I've seen that's the oldest trick in the book. That's the oldest trick in the book. Thor is saying fully unacceptable to be down with the situation we're in. I mean, yeah, it might not even just be the situation the Ravens are in. I think it's just the situation the Browns offense is in right now, where you've given them 2 easy drives off of turnovers. You can't do that. You cannot do that. All right. Well, that was, I don't know if that Browns returner should have fielded that ball. I think they would have gotten it out at like the 40 if he had not caught that ball. But did Teddy Buchanan, is he hurt? Did anybody else see that? I hope he's not. All right. Well, 1st and 10 for Cleveland. The 30-yard line. There's a handoff. Judkins gonna get 4-ish yards there. Second and 6. These are just physical AFC North games. I think Cleveland's going to want to run the ball again because they don't want to give the ball back to the Ravens with time on the clock. So I feel like they are going to try to run again. The problem is that they have Hamilton up. And yep, it is a run. Judkins. Yep, so now the Ravens, you don't have to call a timeout here, actually. You could, but you don't have to. So now you throw it if you're Cleveland. You run this clock down. So this is what I'm saying. Triple dip. Triple dipper right here. You get a stop here. You get the ball back, score a touchdown. Get the ball back, start the second half, and you score another touchdown. 21 points right there. 7-21. You can check that off. So the Browns might run the ball again. They might. I don't think they will, but they might. Because I think they need if they get a first down, it becomes a lot more difficult for the Ravens. The Ravens are showing some pressure up at the line here. They send some of it. Hamilton off the edge. Gabriel going to escape, going to look, going to try to run. Hamilton chasing him from behind, and he gets very bad decision by Gabriel to go out of bounds on that play. That's going to stop the clock for Baltimore for 5 more seconds. And now the Ravens will get the ball back before the 2-minute warning. So what the Browns have to do here essentially is a sky punt where you are going to want to, because there are going to be about 6-ish seconds left on the clock. They're showing no, he was still in bounds when Simpson went for that tackle. So there should be no flag there. So essentially, all right. Well, now you can just run it down to the 2-minute warning. The play clock reset. So they're going to run this to the 2-minute. The Ravens will have about, there's Wester back. You know he's feeling nervous right now. So the Ravens will probably have about 1:55, 1:50 with 3 timeouts to drive this ball down to at least try to attempt a long Tyler Loop field goal. Yamon figures. Maybe that's a new game, Brooks, assuming it is you, Brooks, that will play at halftime during these, where we'll just go and name former Ravens. Like, Yamon Figures is a great pull. He's Kansas, right? Yamon Figures was Kansas. Pretty sure. Yep. Oh, Kansas State. See, I knew it was Kansas. Something Kansas. So essentially the thing I was describing was before the play clock reset, there was about a 6-second difference between the play clock and the game clock and the play clock. And so the Ravens, ideally, they'd want to get the ball back with 2 minutes and 1 second to make sure that they had the 2-minute warning on their side as well. So what the Browns would have to do is if the play clock had stayed what it was, they would have had to snap the ball with probably like 2 minutes and 7, 2 minutes and 8 seconds, maybe 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. So what you need to do in that situation is punt the ball as high and as far as you can to make sure that the clock runs 2 or under 2 minutes. The Ravens had that against the Colts last year, if you remember, where Zay fair caught a ball on the wrong side of the 2-minute warning that gave the Colts enough time. Or no, it was Colts 2 years ago. That gave the Colts enough time to win the game because they had the 2-minute warning, which was an extra clock stoppage. So that's what I was describing there, but then the play clock reset. So just in case people were confused. We're going over old Ravens returners in the chat. Man, someone who I thought was going to be the next awesome returner for them, Janarian Grant. You remember him. I thought Janarian Grant, Raven legend Devin Hester. Obviously Jacoby, rest in peace. They had a Cyrus Jones for a little bit. So a lot of old Ravens returners we can go over. All right, Wester is back to receive this one. Orquez lining up for the punt. Oh, Jake Hummel was offsides. That's a penalty. I don't even care about the return. Offsides. There's going to be a first down for Cleveland. Jake Hummel went across too early. Jake Hummel went across too early. Are you joking? Yep, you see the defense already lining up back out on the field. Absolutely awful mistake. That's terrible because now the Browns keep the ball. The Ravens do not have the ball back with 1:53 and 3 timeouts left. The Browns are going to either force the Ravens to use their timeouts. Yep, and he knew it too. You just can't have it. Now, luckily, it's the Browns offense going up against, so not anything crazy high-powered, but you need to respect them. So here's a first. Gabriel going to fire over the middle, and there's Cedric Tillman. Oh, boy. Now there's really no shot the Ravens get the ball back unless they use their timeouts, which I don't think that they should now. Gabriel fires that ball out to Tillman, who... Is that a Woozier or Wiggins on that? The Woozier. No, it was actually Buchanan. He got over Buchanan. Woozier came over to make the tackle. So now the Browns are somewhat in field goal range. Going to try to pick up some more yards here. Firing it to Jerry Jeudy. Going to catch that ball. Forward progress. So now I believe the Ravens called a timeout there. Yep. So now Baltimore's going to use their timeouts here. That'll allow Cleveland to slow some things down. But their hope is that they can get a stop on this set of downs to get the ball back with some time left. And I saw someone comment on one of my posts on social media that penalty on special teams was essentially another turnover, which is true. Well, you just got to hold them out of the end zone at this point. Browns will have 2nd and 5 from their 29. 1:12 to go. Here's an option play to Gabriel. He lost that ball. That ball came out. That should be a fumble. Unless they ruled as progress, that should have been a fumble. That should be a fumble. Hamilton ripped it out. It should be a lot further away now. That should be a review, should it not? All right, here's 3rd and 5. Bannon was open. Gabriel just can't get it there. They need to bench Gabriel, man. So here's a field goal attempt. It's good. So again, the Ravens hold the Browns to a field goal on a drive where there should have been no points. Score right now, James, is 16-10 Cleveland. This is wild. Dylan Gabriel is not. Look, I thought I was higher on Dylan Gabriel than a lot of people coming out of that draft class. I didn't think he was a third round pick, but I actually liked what he brought to the table. It's not it. It's not it. I'm out on him. I'm out. So hey, hit the like and subscribe button here on Locked On Ravens. We're 5 days a week of daily Ravens coverage and content. Gonna have our instant reaction show after our watch along, then the Locked On Ravens squad show. Then, of course, on Monday episode coming out Monday at 6 a.m. Eastern. You can also follow me on social media, by the way, if you haven't already. Cash Record 34, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whole 9 yards. Trying to, build up the Instagram, build up the TikTok. Got to get Facebook in there at some point too. So appreciate you, James. That means a lot. I watch all shows, great content. It means a lot. We've built up awesome communities here on Locked On Ravens, and it's really cool to see all the growth that we've had over. I've hosted this show since 2019, so it's been awesome. Living legend. Watch your shows every day before work. It's a routine. It's awesome, man. See, I love hearing stories like that. It's awesome. So I appreciate your support. Appreciate all the support. Dang, Brooks, I don't know about this. I don't know if we gotta do all that. I don't know. I don't think that's what I don't know if that's what I meant when I said you can follow me. Yeah. Yeah, and then when Q comes on, he gives his receiver, X receiver. We have former Ravens. We had Nick Moore, Ravens long snapper. Nick's a friend of the show, and we had him on Saturday for our bonus episode. Nick pops on a lot, so try to get a nice Rolodex here. That's a bad kick. Ali will field this one. We'll get out to about the 34 there. Excuse me. There's an opportunity for the Ravens to get at least in field goal range for Tyler Loop here. Oh, I did not mean to put on scenes. I don't know if I just messed up something. No, I don't think I did. Okay. All right. 1st and 10. $53 seconds to go. There's a real opportunity here for the Ravens to score points. There is. They need to score points here. 1st and 10. Lamar looking, throwing to Flowers, who, that's he juggled it. All right, they're going to change that to incomplete. I thought it was weird they were calling it complete. Flowers bobbled it out of bounds. He ended up getting possession of it, but I think he was out of bounds by the time. Yep, so juggle. Yeah, no, he's out. He's out. Oh, all right, so 2nd and 10. There's still a real opportunity here. There legitimately is. Garrett got a good jump on that play. Lamar going to run out of the pocket. Garrett's going to bring him. All right, and at this point, the Browns might call a timeout at this point. The Browns did call a timeout. So the Browns' goal is Myles Garrett has 3 sacks today in the first half. I want Myles Garrett to be a Raven so bad. Well, here's 3rd and 12. The Ravens might run they're probably going to run a short pass here or a run to try to force the Browns to burn another timeout. That's playing a little scared in my opinion, but they might. All right, well, they're not. They're going to try to throw this. Well, here's likely who's going to not get there. The Browns will take their 2nd timeout. That was a better play than I thought it was going to be. So now the Browns will have, again, I don't trust Dylan Gabriel to push this ball down the field. Who gets the ball at half? The Ravens do. So that's at least that's the good of it. Very happy the Ravens will not have to see Myles Garrett again this year. Here's the punt from Stout. Well, the guy signaled for a fair catch. You can't run it. I guess after it bounces, yeah. Just mistakes. I don't think the Browns will be able to do anything with this. They're really deep in their own territory, and there's not a lot of time left. Still 26 seconds left. All right, they're going to see if they can get anything, and that's Jerome Ford. Yeah, that's nothing doing. They should just run this clock out and go to halftime. Looks like that's what they're going to do. Yep. So that'll be that. The Ravens will get the ball to start the second half. All right, let's do some takeaways. It's halftime now. James, I actually had a score tracker up. I see your comment, but it wouldn't work. It was weird. What I might try to experiment with, maybe I do this later in the year, is do like a ticker on the bottom or something, or just try to get something else for the back that says the score. So, all right, let's do some takeaways. What does everybody have for takeaways? The Ravens are a sloppy team. That's what it is. You know, they took advantage of a lot of mistakes from teams later, or I guess earlier, where, you know, for example, you got the Jets game. Well, the Jets game is coming up, but the Vikings game and the Dolphins and all that, where teams are just making mistake after mistake. The Bears, but now it's kind of turned on you a little bit. So Just bad football here. Bad football here. Hey. Let's see. What do we got? Dorothy, typical division game. Always have to throw out the records. Yeah, this is 100% true. 100% agree with this. I talked about this over the course of the week. These division games are always super, super weird. Let's see. Takeaways, the offense needs to improve. I agree with that, James. Kieran saying this cannot be chalked up as just a division game. There is a systematic problem with our O-line. Let's see. Common sense. Harbaugh's liability to the team. Lamar's being sacked repeatedly because of the poor protection from the guards. Primetime says if we lose to Dylan Gabriel, I'm not watching another Ravens game this season. He said, "LOL, this is pathetic." Yeah, Gerald saying the offense having some weak play calling. Yeah. Brian saying Garrett's killing us. Tighten up. Stop making simple mistakes. Yeah, Charles saying the game is won in the first half. Yeah, the game's not over, 100%. I mean, the Rams get the ball back. They can easily take the lead in the start of the third quarter. It's been a sloppy game all the way around, though. So, yeah. Yeah, Dorothy saying whoever has less dumb mistakes in the second half will win. I agree with that. So, all right, let's do it. Let's do our halftime check-in. Where's everybody tuning in from? This is my favorite part, or one of my favorite parts of doing these, is just seeing where everybody's tuning in from the community. Now, I've gotten some people down of where they're from, but I want to hear where everybody's from and watching, listening today to the show, because we've built up such an amazing community here on Locked On Ravens, and want to appreciate it as best as I can. So if wherever you're tuning in from, drop it in the chat. You're watching this after the fact. Maybe you're watching my reaction to the win or the loss or the tie. Please, no ties, though. We don't like ties. Wherever you're tuning in from, I always love to hear it. So we got Newcastle, England, getting late. Wow, what time is it over there? It has to be getting late. I lived in England for a year, so I should know. I looked up 10:53 p.m. I assume is what it is. It's what the time is there. So Lauren, shout out. James from Panama City Beach. Gerald from Port Arthur, Texas. Chris from Houston, Texas. Kieran, we got Orlando. We got PCL from Atlanta, Georgia. Yep, 2300. So about 11 p.m. Laura up in Tampa. We got Shelly in North Carolina. Jackson in California. So look, we got everybody. Not only all over the country here, but all over the world. So really cool. We got Phoenix, Arizona. I see that Suns jersey, Brady. I'm a Nuggets guy myself, so I appreciate the NBA as well. We got Atlanta from Hot Rod. Where do we got? Violetville, aka Baltimore City, from Mary Francis. Got Minor here from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Also saying Ravens will win. We were always better in the second half. I hope so. They need to be better, but that's the greatest thing, right? Is there are two halves, not just one half. There are two. So get a little bit better there. All right. They're showing the highlights from the first 1 p.m. slate. It can still have this feels so weird that this is a 425 game. Just so weird. So the Ravens, just to check people in on where the Ravens are for the remainder of their year schedule-wise, they don't have a lot of – well, actually, I thought that Patriots game was at 4, so I guess they do. So they have – all right, so it evens out a little bit. That Thanksgiving game is going to be at 8:20. But then – okay. Yeah, 1 o'clock Jets, 1 o'clock Steelers, 1 o'clock Bengals, 1 o'clock Patriots. The Packers and Steelers games, if stuff stays the way, because we do know Pittsburgh won today against Cincinnati. So weird. Mason Rudolph had to come in and win that game for them. So Feels like the division could come down to it. It could come down to it. James saying Lakers guy, born in Baltimore. Yeah, I became a Nuggets guy because I just liked their name when I was younger, and I was like 7, and I was like, I want to be a Nuggets fan because I like their name and I like their uniforms. So you got E here from Canton, Ohio. Shout out. Yeah, they're showing all the games from 1 p.m. It's just crazy. So some of the halftime stats here is we kind of do a check-in before the game starts up again in the third quarter. Dylan Gabriel only has 68 passing yards, but the problem here is Lamar only has 12 passing attempts. He's only completed 6 of those with the interception that wasn't his fault. But it feels like the Browns are getting timely plays. At least it's like it feels that way to me. So they really have to step it up here. They really, really, really have to step it up. Because if they don't, it's probably going to get ugly. But actually, I don't know. Because with the Browns offense, is it really going to get ugly? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. All right, we got Reginald Duval in the house. Let's see. Right now, the Ravens 5.9 yards per pass compared to Cleveland's 5.5. Cleveland is 0 for 6 on third down. And they're what? What are they in the red zone? They're 0 for 2 in the red zone too. So that's where the Ravens are staying in this game, is forcing Cleveland to punt the football or kick field goals and barely get in the end zone. Right, that's the key here. So they're going to have to continue to do that. Force the ball to be in Dylan Gabriel's hands. If you stop the run, because right now the Browns are averaging on the ground 4.7 yards per play and 4.1 yards per rush. You can't, the Ravens are also averaging 4.1 yards per rush, but the thing is, the Ravens' passing offense is a lot better than Cleveland's. So, I'm telling you, these commercials and these halftimes, they feel forever. I feel like they take forever. We will have the instant reaction show after this again. Also going to have the squad show, then the Monday show after that. So still a lot more Ravens content and coverage, as we always have here on Locked On Ravens. Doing a little concert at halftime. And you also got to stop 95. That would probably help you out. But and that's the point where, anybody else. Anybody else but Myles Garrett. I'm going to figure it out. At least I want to, but how many Lamar interceptions have gone off of hands in the last, 2-3 seasons? Feels like it's been at least 3/4 of them. He's only thrown 6 interceptions since 2024. So I don't know. The Seattle game is really weird. 12-14 Rams. 2 really good defenses. Yeah, 5. Yeah, he's 5 in the last 2 seasons because it was all right. There's one off Bateman. There was one off Justice Hill. There was one off Andrews. The one off of Keaton. That's at least 4. So it's at least 4. I might be forgetting one. Let me actually look. I might do. Let's go to a game log from Lamar for the last 2 years and see. I see Emory Jones. Hey, I've been saying Emory Jones or someone else, Corey Bullock, Cleveland should play because again, it's the Ravens. It's the Ravens' job to put the best 5 out for Lamar Jackson, and they're not doing that. It's a disservice to Lamar. All right, well, the game is coming back on soon, so I guess I can't do the game log thing right now, but okay. I don't. This is a very important drive. This is a very important drive. Oh wow, I didn't realize Jamar Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey. Wow. And he said he didn't spit on anybody either. All right, that's going to be a touchback out to the 40. Huge there. Mistake by Cleveland. So that's already a great start. All right, 35, right. 1st and 10 from the 35. Hand off to Henry, who's going to break a tackle, get upfield, and get about a chunk of 9-ish. So that's how the Ravens' last touchdown drive started. Got to keep it going. Got to keep it going. Second and 1. Another handoff to Henry, who's going to get stuffed. Again, you're telegraphing it. It was the most obvious run. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. I trust him to pick up 6 yards more than I trust him to pick up 1. So now it's going to be 3rd and 3. Oh, Shadur Sanders is talking. Shadur has his helmet on. He's talking to the receivers. Is Shadur about to come in? Ravens will roll this out. Garrett gets him again. 4 sacks for Myles Garrett. Okay. Wow, Dylan Gabriel is being evaluated for a concussion. Shadur Sanders is going to come in this game. So Sanders is going to get an opportunity. He's hyping the crowd up. Wow. So this is the storyline. Wow, wow, wow. This is going to be like either the best thing ever for Cleveland or it's going to absolutely crash and burn. Like, I don't think there's any middle ground here. Sanders going to throw this ball on first down out to Tillman, who's going to pick up 4 or 5. And you that whole state, and you do it in front of the home fans. I mean, sheesh. I mean, I know. I hope Gabriel's all right, but I'm curious to see what the offense looks like with him. I'd assume this is a run. Yep. Judkins. Yeah, all right. There's going to be a hold on the play there on Cleveland, it looks like. Yep. All right, so we're going to set him back. So 2nd and 15 for Cleveland now. Sanders back to throw, looking, firing, just checking it down to Njoku. So that's a solid play. You know, that's what you should do in those situations. So 3rd down and manageable. See, like, this is the unknown. This is what's scary for me. Is like, I don't know how Sanders is going to play. I knew Gabriel wasn't going to play well, but this is the unknown here. Like, how good or bad is Shedeur Sanders right now? Is an NFL quarterback. All right, Ravens showing pressure, blitzing. Sanders going to get sacked. Kyle Hamilton. Did the ball come out? No, I guess the ball did come out. All right, good stand. Hamilton with the shifty spin move, too. Yeah, that ball did come out. Now, the Browns got it back, but that was a nice move by Hamilton. Hamilton's still underpaid at $100 million. So here's the punt by Cleveland. Charlie Kohler almost got in on that punt block. All right, here's Ajante Wester, who's going to let this ball bounce. And takes kind of a Ravens / Browns bounce. Wow. He actually did Shadur Sanders' celebration. That's kind of crazy. Dang, that's a welcome to the NFL moment right there. Hey, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a heck of a reaction show, regardless of a win or a loss here. All the Ravens coverage here for you. I need to screenshot that celebration. All right, well, here's Lamar on 1st and 10. Going to flip it out to Keaton Mitchell, who's going to take it out of bounds after a gain of about 5 or 6. So, second and manageable, but they were in a second and manageable before, and you know what happened there. So, all right, 2nd and 4. Here's Henry. He had it if he had broken that tackle, but gonna be a first down anyway. All right, 1st and 10. Lamar going deep for Hopkins. Nothing doing over there. Second and 10. Going to be a little handoff to Mitchell, who's going to burst up the middle for, again, make it a 3rd and manageable. There you go. There you go. Nice little play design there, too. So 3rd and 4. Excuse me. Brown showing some pressure. Garrett off the edge. Yep, they're going to chip him there. Pressure over the middle. Andrews with the catch. Nice play. Nice chip out there by Keaton, too. Andrews is also close to the reception record, too. So 1st and 10 from the 40 of Cleveland. Lamar looking, firing out to Henry, who's going to put a move on and get about 2nd and 3 there for Henry. So they're picking up decent chunks on 1st down when they're getting the ball. All right, Lamar looking pressure. There's a flag. Oh, there's a flag, though, on the play. Back in the backfield, which usually means that's offensive holding. Caught a hold on Henry. Ugh, wipes out a 1st down. He just kind of ripped him. So 2nd and 13. It's not the full yardage because there was a completion and a 1st down and whatnot. Second and 13. Lamar looking over the middle for Likely, who's going to pick up a decent chunk there to make it 3rd and a little more manageable. I don't know how long this field goal will be for Tyler Loop, but it'd be a long one. Ali on the backfield here for the Ravens on 3rd and 8. Lamar firing it out. Oh, gee. All right. This is going to be a long one for Loop if he gets out there. All right, so 4th and 8. Ravens they are definitely in no man's land here. This is a big play. 4, 3, 1, 0. Oh, yeah, all right. This is going to be a punt now, it looks like. Yeah, all right. They just wanted to get the 5 to punt the ball back. Wow, this has been a game. This has certainly been a game. All right, well, Jordan Stout, a pin punt here would be very nice. They might even try to take another penalty here. I doubt it, but they might. All right, here's the punt. Fair catch. Right around the 16-yard line. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. All right, so Gabriel's out. So this is Shadur Sanders. This is his time right here. Yeah, that wasn't a great one from Jordan. Excuse Excuse me. Well, hey, hit the like and subscribe button. Video form and audio form. We're here for you 5 days a week plus more daily Ravens coverage. If you're new here, we're going to have the instant reaction show after the game. Win or loss, it's going to be a very spirited one, I'm sure. And then we'll do a Locked On Ravens squad show of myself, Sam Njoku, and former Ravens receiver Kadri Ismail after that. And then we'll have the Monday show. So we have a lot of Ravens content for you. We've built up an awesome community. This game has been a little less than awesome. Gonna have to come down on the Ravens getting a stop here and get the ball back to your offense, but I mean the offense has sputtered. So I mean, yeah, it's just rough. What is I was saying? Don't mind me. I'm just staring at a picture of Mike McDonald. Oh. I mean, the defense really, excuse me, defense hasn't necessarily been a huge problem today per se. I mean, they've held the Browns on third down, held them in the red zone. It's just been like the sloppiness and the turnovers from special teams and then the offense, right? Like, it's really tough. Man, the fact that now it's Shedeur with the headlines and the almost Raven thing where, you know, he turned down Baltimore or whatever, like, all right, well, it's Shedeur's time now. We're going to see if the Ravens defense can hold him. 1st and 10. Here's Judkins, who slips. Wasn't really going anywhere anyway, but it's so crazy. This is still, I mean, it's still a one possession game. The Browns offense hasn't been able to do anything. I mean, here's Sanders. Oh, that was a dangerous throw. Uzi almost got there. That was dangerous. Can't be making throws like that. If you make those throws, you're gonna get beat. All right, here's Sanders. Pressure. He gets hit coming out. Oh, that's intercepted. Nate Wiggins. Nate Wiggins with the he was testing the secondary, and he's making throws. Shedeur is not ready. Shedeur is not ready for the moment. And the Ravens, huge play. Shedeur's not ready for the moment. He's not ready. Welcome to the NFL. Shedeur Sanders. So now the Ravens are going to get gifted an opportunity here by their defense. 1st down play, Lamar looking. That ball's tipped up in the air, and it's intercepted. Are you kidding? Where did that ball hit off of? I don't even know where that ball hit off of. You could tell too. Kohler was doing everything he could to bounce that ball down, or to Kohler's doing to bat the ball down. Where? All right, let me look at the highlight of that play. Where did that ball hit off of? Was it off of Rosengarten's helmet? Off of Rosengarten's helmet. I'm pretty sure that went off Rosengarten's helmet. It appears that it did. This is crazy. All right, well, here's Sanders on first down. He's going to roll out. Oh, and Hamilton dropped the ball. Sanders is a deer in headlights right now. Hamilton could have gotten flagged for delay a game there. They are going to call it. That's a boneheaded move. You could get it on sports. It's either going to be 5 yards or 15. Yeah, it's going to be 5. So now instead of 2nd and 10, it's 1st and 10, and the Browns get 5 more yards. I mean, the good thing for them is Sanders is clearly not ready to meet this moment. So, I mean, they're lucky they're not playing a team with a better offense. Now, they're also playing a team with an incredible defense, but still. All right, here's 1st and 10 again. Judkins. Oh, 2nd and 5. It's not an automatic first down. I didn't know that. So, going to be 3rd down and 3. Broncos are putting to the Chiefs right now. Not calling forward progress or anything. So here's 3rd and 3. Ravens should send pressure here. They don't. Sanders rolling out. He has a lane. Is he going to get there? He is going to get there for a 1st down. Wow. All right. All right. So, all right. Calm down. Sure. It's one play. Calm down. Had 3 horrible plays. Maybe that's what gets him going. Look, with where we are in the game, I am going to be a little scared if the Ravens go down 2 possessions with, like a quarter left. It's not the end of the world, but you can't let them drive down the field here. Here's a run to Judkins, who's going to pick up a couple. Roquan with a nice tackle there. Second and 8. Here's another run play to Judkins. Going to be tackled. So again, it's run, pass essentially is what their offense is doing right now. Ravens doing a little line change here. Brown's going to have to throw this ball. 10 seconds on a play clock. Pressure being sent. Sanders looking, escaping. Keon Martin gets him down. Another sack. This is not college. Here's Wester. He's going to field this ball. Going to cut it up. Get tackled right around the 30-ish yard line. I think that was a long snapper who made that tackle. I don't know. I still think the Ravens win this game. But the offense needs to put together a drive here. Man. Just wild stuff. The offense needs to get this. This is the drive. This is the drive that hopefully they can get it going. Kieran says I need to reverse jinx it. All right. We'll do. We're actually, I think we're 100% on the reverse jinxes here on Locked On Ravens. All right, we'll do it here. Ravens offense is not going to score again. They're not going to do it. That's our reverse jinx. Ravens offense isn't going to score again. That's it. They're not going to score a touchdown. They're not going to do it. There's our reverse jinx. Henry on first down. Oh, he's going to break this one. Reverse jinx already working. Look at us. Look at us. That's what they needed right there. And Denzel Ward looks hurt. Oh, hopefully he's all right. Great blocking up front. Missed tackles. And Henry does the rest. Wow. Yeah, there's that Derrick Henry face that we all love to see. All right, now they got to cash it in here. Where are they at? They're at the 9. Here's Henry again. Going to get stuffed for a couple of yards there, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. Well, how you? I'm feeling better. All right, reverse jinx. Brooks asking Kevin, I assume you meant do I love or hate? Yeah, I think you mean love or hate. I when the drive is on, I usually just don't look at the chat, and then when I come back, that's when I interact. So, I generally try not to give myself spoilers because some people are ahead of me, some people are behind me. It's just it is what it is. So it's not a big deal. I want people to react in the chat and give spoiler. Well, tell me what they're seeing live, and then I'll react to it when I see it. So. All right. Excuse me. Whew. All right. I'd do 2 pass plays here. I would. I'd try it. Just get the ball in the end zone, please. I'd really personally appreciate that. We love Tyler kicking field goals. That's great, but kind of need to punch the ball in the end zone here. So I'd run 2 passes. You pick up the big run. I'd do play action here and then shotgun on third down if that's what it comes down to. Feel like if they're in shotgun, so nope, it's a Henry run, and that's going nowhere. He's gonna get 1 yard there. Oh boy. Oh boy. See, I would have passed there. I would have done a pass on second and a pass on third. Lamar back to throw. Pressure. Is going to fire this one to Andrews. Oh, and that was almost intercepted. Lamar is not having a great game. The offensive line is not helping out at all. Like, it's not all on Lamar. He's getting ran out of the pocket and pressured every single play. But some of these throws, he's putting in harm's way. So, like, again, like, just getting all the way pressured. So here's Loop for what should be a chip shot. 24-yarder that is up and through. All right, well, it's now a 3-point game. 14 minutes, 6 seconds, James. I got you. I really need to figure out my background situation with the timer. Well, I'll tell you what. Even if the Ravens win this game, I don't think a lot of people are going to be very happy with it. I know I'm not going to be. Now they're showing a Derrick Henry commercial. Let me see if I can find a 3. Sheesh. All right. Well, I mean, the thing that gives me confidence here is that the Browns offense has shown me nothing. Looked worse with Sanders than with Gabriel, which I did not expect, but here we are. They don't make any more mistakes. I'm gonna have to believe that they're gonna win. I just have to. I just have to. All right. Well, it says Lamar's never had a game with 0 pass touchdowns and 2 interceptions, even though the 2 interceptions were just flukes. Oh, what in the world is this kickoff? Could have been a lot worse there. That was a very short kickoff. All right, 1st and 10. Here's a double reverse play. Oh, boy. Hamilton does not get there, and it's going to be 2nd and 1 or 2 because of that missed tackle. It's Isaiah Bond. Brown's going to have to get, like, tricky creative here. It's kind of what I feel like has to happen. Browns offense, 127 yards of total offense. That is crazy. It's crazy. Second and 2. Gilman off of the edge. Judkins going to pick up a first down and a lot more. Wiggins trying to rip the ball out. He does not get it. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Browns are out across the Ravens' 45-yard line. They need a huge stand here. Sanders back to throw. He's looking. He's going to throw that ball. Nope, he's going to get it out, but nothing doing. 2nd and 10. Lucky he didn't take a sack there. Brian Urban's getting some push. Looks like the Browns should run this ball here. So I'd assume, at least. Yep. Oh, that's the Hamilton loves going up across the neck for those tackles. 3rd down. Going to be a nice play for a loss there. So now you're putting the ball in Shadur's hands to throw, and I don't trust him to do anything here. They're 1 for 10 on 3rd down. Baltimore's been exceptional on 3rd down defense today. Cleveland has been awful. They're going to show pressure, I'm sure. Yep, and I would send it. I would force them to make a throw. They're not going to. They're going to rush 4. Sanders looking in the pocket. He's going to try to roll out here, and he's out of bounds. He was out of bounds. So now Cleveland's kind of in no man's land. Yeah. He's still a decent amount short. 4th and 7. I think you have to punt this ball away. And that is what they're going to do with Borges. DeJounte's back there. So good stand by the Ravens defense. Borges punts this ball away. Oh, they saved it. It's running across the end line. No. It should be a touchback. That should be a touchback. Yep, that's going to be a touchback. He definitely hit the white part of the line. It's going to be a touchback. Great play by 31. He was good. Then the ball rolls around on the end line, but then his foot touches. Yep. Correct call. That is the correct call. Oh, hey, hit the like and subscribe button here. I'm going to say it again. Locked On Ravens 5 days a week plus more daily Ravens coverage and content for you. And I have the instant reaction after this. Going to have to start. I can't really come up with a name for the title yet because the game is still in hand. So we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have the instant reaction show after this, Lock the Ravens squad show after that, Monday show on Monday. Wild, wild, wild stuff here. Yeah, I mean, this is where, you got to get the momentum back here. Man, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Yeah, so they're replaying. Yeah, his toe just barely touched. Oh, it was a heck of an effort, but that is the correct call. They're going to challenge this. That's a waste of a challenge, in my opinion. They also had like 10 years to challenge this play. They gave him the whole commercial break. I don't know about that. I mean, it's because it's such a huge swing momentum play, but you can clearly, like, are they trying to say that the other foot was the one that hit, or that he had his foot not in there? Even then, you could challenge that, even before his foot hit. I mean, maybe that second part didn't hit, but the first time his foot hits, it looks like it's on the. Yeah, look, I see a little green there, but I don't think there's enough there to overturn that call. I don't think there's enough there to overturn that call. Or are they saying that the ball wasn't in his hands? I don't think there's enough. They call it a touchback. I think it stays a touchback. This could be the angle right here. Yeah, his foot great. Yeah, that's a touchback. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yep. You can tell his foot grazed the line there. That's the correct call. You waste a timeout too. So maybe it was Teller that was telling him to do that. So here's Keaton in the backfield on first down. Brown's going to send some pressure at Lamar. He's going to fire it, and that's a catch for Zay, who's going to get taken down. First down, Ravens. Good start to the drive. pressure didn't get home quickly, and Zay's going to win one-on-one matchups like that. So. All right, here's a 1st and 10 again. Ravens got it out about the 34-yard line. Keaton still in the backfield. Lamar looking. He's gonna just throw the ball away. He threw it to Andrews. Oh, they said his forward progress was stopped. I don't think I've seen something like that before, where the quarterback still is it's around his legs. This offensive line is just. I don't like that they called that dead. That they blew that dead. That's a really quick whistle. So now it's 2nd and 19. Play clock down to 1. Ball gets off. Mitchell going to take this one. He's going to get a chunk of those yards back to make it 3rd and more manageable. 3rd and 10. So, all right, now you're just back in your regular spot. Third down. This is a huge play in the game. 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. LeJontay Wester in the game. Browns rush 4. Garrett out there. Lamar can throw across his body. Wide open. Zay again. Huge play. Huge play. You need to be able to cover Zay Flowers. I don't know what they're trying to do here. Zay also just needs to cut it up the field. You need about one more 1st down to get into Loop's field goal range. Going to be a run here to Henry, who's going to get stuffed up. Gain of about 1. Lamar, screenplay to Keaton Mitchell, who's going to get there. Really good play call. A nice execution as well. Huge play. Huge play, huge play. All right. Let's get the touchdown here. Come on, touchdown here. You're feeling really good. Here's it's a handoff to Zay. Get about 5 there. All right, 2nd and 5. Run to Henry. That's automatically stuffed up there. Sheesh. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, huge third down here. Cleveland 26. You're in Loop's field goal range if you don't get this, but Browns bring pressure. Lamar looking. He's going to fire this one to Tylen. Oh, no flag. Andrews is really calling for one. No flags on the field. Yeah. He wasn't really turning. Yeah, he wasn't turning around for the ball. I don't know about all that. So here's Loop. Good snap, good hold. Kick is good. All right, so it's a tie football game here. 4:59 to go in the game. Wow. Wow. All right. Man, Tyler stepped up this year. I'll tell you what. Shout out to Tyler. Awesome kickoff from Tyler there. Tyler's been huge in this game. Browns will get this one out to about the 29. There is a flag on the play, though, so hopefully that's going to push him back even further. Multiple Browns are injured after that play. Oh, wow. Yep. All right. Nice. Pushes him back even further. Mm-mm-mm. Oh. That looks, hopefully that Browns player is okay. That did not look good. All right. I mean, throwing Shadder in this moment is something. It's something. Sanders gonna screen pass out to. Oh, I don't think he caught that ball. Are they gonna call? Oh, Teller still recovered it, but yeah, incomplete. All right, 2nd and 10. This is where, in my opinion, the Browns just can't win the game. They just can't. The Browns haven't scored in the second half. Sanders back to throw, firing it, incomplete. Yeah, this is going to be. I have a lot of confidence the Ravens will win this game. I'm not saying they're going to, but I'm saying that I think that they will. I think that they will. Oh, that ball might have been tipped. Oh, that should have. Oof, Draymond Jones should have been flagged on that. They missed it. Hit to the helmet. But here's 3rd and 10. Ravens sending pressure. Sanders. Nope. That should be grounding. Yep. Man. Shedeur Sanders is not ready. All right. Ravens should be okay. I think they're going to be okay. So now the Browns are way backed up in their end zone, punting this ball away. All right. Ball is booted. Should be returnable for what? Oh, nope. Takes a bounce. All right. Ravens are going to have an opportunity here. They should be able to at least get a field goal out of this. You'd hope. All right, here's a handoff to Henry on 1st down, who is going to get stuffed again. 2nd down. Oh, boy. Got him up across the chest plate collar area. 12 negative plays for this Browns defense is really good. They're really good. All right, here's Lamar throwing, going to fire it out. DeAndre Hopkins with a huge play. He's going to be short of the 1st down, but that's a massive catch from DeAndre Hopkins. There's that huge D-Hop play that we were all hoping for. Just a little late from Campbell on that play. Ravens are going quick here. Going to be a handoff to Henry, and he doesn't get there. He does not get that 1st down. Oh, what a weird play call. What in the world? So I think you definitely go for it. You definitely go for it here. All right, it's Andrews up at the line. They're going to sneak it here. Andrews, he's going to fake it. There's a hole. Oh, that's a touchdown. Oh, he's going, no shot. Oh, no way. No way. What? Are you kidding? Wow. Todd Monken. What a call. What in the world? What? No one saw that. Unbelievable. Loop with the extra point. It is through. And the Ravens have a lead. Wow. What a gutsy play call there. There's just they didn't expect it. Wow. Todd Monken was wild with that one. So here's Loop with the kickoff. That's a terrible kickoff. And the Browns are going to get it out of the 35. Wow. Well, now it's Shadur Sanders time again. Ravens defense needs to stop here. Sanders looking, firing over the middle, wide open, Harold Fannin. Oh, man. Well, that's not what you want. They might try to get one more play in here. No? All right, they're not. 2-minute warning coming down to the wire. I can't believe it. Defense need I'm curious if they do score, would they go for 2 to try to win it? I'm very curious. I don't want to find out. But the defense needs to stop here. I'm watching that Andrews play again. That was nuts. Everyone except, well, a couple of guys bailed out, but wow, that is Humphrey and Lamar because they moved those two out. And then great seal by Ricard and Kohler. Huge play. Huge play. All right, Sanders back to throw, firing over the middle, incomplete. All right, 2nd and 10. The throw was low. Sanders back to throw, pressure coming. Sanders firing over the middle. Oh, through the hands of Fannin, it looked like. So now it's 3rd down. This is absolutely 4-down territory for Cleveland. Travis Jones dropping back into coverage. Third and 10. Sanders looking, firing. There's Judy with the catch. Who's going to cut it? They missed the tackle. They missed more. Judy's going to pick up a first, it looks like. Are you kidding? Three missed tackles on that play. Awuzie, Gilman, and Hamilton. That can't happen. New set of downs for Cleveland at the 30. Ravens showing pressure. They will not send it. They'll rush 4. Sanders is looking. He's going to look up the field and go down after a gain of. Oh, Hamilton looks hurt. His arm is limp, it looks like. He's going to try to tough it out, but he is definitely hurting. He's doubled over in pain. He's definitely toughing it out. Pressure off the side. Sanders escapes. He's looking. He's going to fire towards the end zone. Nope, he had him and he missed him. Huge break for the Ravens. Bad throw by Sanders. Just sailed that ball out of the end zone. Thought he had no. Draymond Jones, I think, was there. Thought he had Njoku. 3rd and 5. Pressure, Sanders firing it to the end zone. Incomplete. Awuzie with a huge play. Huge play by Awuzie. He's been great this year for them. Just had his arm in there and ripped the ball away. Couldn't complete the process of the catch. All right, 4th and 5 here. Browns are going to call timeout. I'm not sure Awuzie stays in the offseason, which is tough, but all right. Another timeout. Another timeout. Well, hey, be sure you hit the like and subscribe button in video form and audio form because we're doing an instant reaction show after this, and it is about to be a doozy considering how this game is gone. Oh, man. You think a game matches up well for the Ravens? And look, the defense got a couple of short fields. They've saved this game for the Ravens. A couple of short fields the defense has had to work with. They've even stopped them on some of those short fields. I mean, Hamilton toughing it out. Great jump and great pressure there. Was that Draymond Jones who did that? Firing, no flags on the play, and the Ravens are going to win this football game. Wow. Whew. Yeah, we can exhale. My teller is crying on the sidelines. Yep. A win is a win. Sanders devastated on the sideline. Yeah, no, Charles, I thought it would be better with Shedeur. It was not. It was not. Wild stuff there that the Ravens were able to escape with a win. Lamar's looking for Shedeur. He's not leaving the bench. I don't know what's going on there. So, all right. Well, weird game. We're going to be talking about it coming up here on the Instant Reaction Show. We'll probably go live about 7:45-ish. So be sure to stay tuned for that, as well as our Locked On Ravens Squad show. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button in video form. Follow along and subscribe in audio form. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do these shows, these obviously watch-alongs during every single game. Be back here next week for the Jets. But, of course, we still have so much game day content coming for you tonight. So be sure to stay tuned for all that. And we will see you back here soon on Locked On Ravens.